Hey, hello everybody. I'm going to make this film really short just to show you how I make a frame. Okay, now look, here's what you need. A drill, some wood glue, some wood putty, a measuring tape, some wire, wire cutters, an old paintbrush for the glue, and this thing. I don't know what they call it, but it's got a drill bit, and then at the bottom of the drill bit there's a thing with teeth that you can sink the screw into the wood. So I'll show you how that works in a minute. Now you need some kind of molding. I use regular floor molding. You could use crown molding. You know, you can use anything you want, but you do need a piece of wood. Okay, so then you need a little bit of quarter round or a 1x1, or really any kind of scrap wood will do. I'll show you what I'm doing with that at the end. All right, now I'm going to measure it. It's 12 by 16. It is on stretched canvas. Okay, there's the saw. The saw can be adjusted to 45 degrees on the top, on the right, and on the left, 45 degrees. All right, so here, if you cut one part at 45 degrees, then in other words, if you cut the right at 45, you got to cut the left at 45, but the opposite direction. Okay, so here we go. All right, now look, I already cut one piece. Now what I do is I don't measure the second piece. What I do is I put the piece that I cut on top of the molding, and I line it up just right and cut it, and there. Now we have two pieces exactly the same size. Okay, now you got to lay the things out flat. Make sure they're flat. You don't want them, to be bowed up in any place. All right, there you go. Now I'm going to put the glue on them. Okay. Oh, I don't know what happened there. All right, the glue is dry. It's 3 hours later. I put some heavy weights on the corners of the thing for just in case, the wood is not straight. Now look, I make a lot of frames, as you can see. If I would buy the hardware, the little L that goes on the corners, I would have spent already 175 bucks, but I don't. Here's what I do. Watch. I drill one hole straight in, and then another hole on an angle. And be careful with the frame at this point because you've only got it glued together. All right, look. Wait, I think I slow it down here a bit. Yeah, I do. All right, now look. Once you drill those holes, before you put the wood putty in, it's best to sand it a little bit. The teeth on that thing, on that tool, leaves a little bit of burrs, and it's best to sand it before you put the wood putty in. All right, now look, here's how I'm doing it. The first screw I screw in straight, and the second one I screw on an angle. Now watch. Okay, there, you see it? First one goes straight, second one on an angle. All right, sand it down a little bit at this point. Now I put the screws in it, and the screws will sink right into the wood. You'll never see the screws once you put the wood putty on. Okay, there they go. There's the first one. There's the second one. All right. Now look, I put the wood putty on, and I did videotape it, but the battery died. So, listen, that wood putty that I'm using, it starts out pink, and as it dries, it turns white. So you know exactly when it's time to sand it when it's white. All right, there. You can't see the screws. The screws are hidden. The wood putty's on. I'm going to sand it down a little bit. Also, you can fill up any cracks that are in the corner with the wood putty, and then just sand them. Just what I'm doing here. You can manually sand it. I use a little finishing sander, but you could do it by hand also. All right, now there's the quarter round. Okay, the frame is upside down, and the painting is in it. Now what I do is I glue the quarter round. I glue 3 pieces, one on the bottom and 2 on the sides. I put a screw in the quarter round just until the glue dries, and then I'll take the screw out, and that's it. It's done. All I have to do is paint it. All right, I'll see you later. Thanks a lot. Bye.